You know, Jane, I often look around and just wonder, why do some people seem to breeze through life? Like everything just falls into place for them, while others, they face one roadblock after another. It just feels so profoundly unfair sometimes.
Oh, I totally get that feeling, John. It's a question that I think has plagued humanity for millennia. And when you start digging into it, you often bump into this incredibly ancient idea, this concept that tries to explain it all, cause and effect. Or, as many cultures call it, karma.
Karma, right. It's a word we hear a lot, but what does it really mean beyond what goes around comes around? Because that feels a bit simplistic when you're talking about really deep, systemic suffering.
Exactly. It's far more nuanced than that. The way it's often understood, especially in traditions that emphasize reincarnation, is that cause and effect aren't just about what you did yesterday. They arise from karmic conditions that have existed since the beginning of time, carried over through countless cycles of reincarnation. So, it's not just this life, it's the culmination of many.
So, you're saying that the reasons for someone's current struggles or their good fortune could actually stem from actions they took in past lives? That's a pretty heavy concept to wrap your head around.
It is, isn't it? But it offers a certain logic. If you think about it, why would someone be born into hardship, facing illness or failure or disappointment right from the start, while another seems to have everything handed to them? The idea is that everyone has their own karmic causes and conditions. Where there is a cause, there must be an effect. The suffering you experience now isn't random, it's seen as the result of the karma you created in your past lives.
So, it's personal accountability across lifetimes? That the causes you created yourself must ultimately be repaid by you? That makes sense on a certain level. It removes the idea of random injustice, but it puts a lot of weight on the individual.
A lot of weight, yes, but also a lot of empowerment, paradoxically. Because if you created the causes, then you also hold the key to changing the effects. It's not about being punished, it's about balancing the scales, learning the lessons.
That's a powerful reframing. So, if my current hardships are due to past karma, how do I actually stop this cycle? How do you end the effects of karma?
That's the million-dollar question, right? The core teaching is that you must cultivate the Tao and transform your mindset. Karma isn't something external that an outside force can just magically remove for you. It can only be resolved by yourself. Think about it. If you keep seeing your life as a bitter, endless struggle, you'll continue to experience that suffering. But if you fundamentally change your thoughts, your perspective, and stop defining it as suffering, that's where liberation begins.
So, it's not necessarily about the circumstances themselves changing, but about my relationship to them changing. That the key to transforming your karma truly lies within you, in your perception?
Precisely. It's a deeply internal process. It's about recognizing that while certain conditions might be playing out, your response to them, your interpretation of them, is entirely within your control. Cultivating the Tao, in this context, means aligning yourself with universal principles of harmony, compassion, and wisdom. It's a spiritual path that guides you to a more enlightened way of being.
I can see how shifting your mindset could lessen the emotional burden, but what about the actual tangible difficulties? If I'm facing a serious illness or financial ruin, a changed mindset doesn't make those physical realities disappear, does it?
That's a very fair point, and it's not about denying reality. It's about approaching those realities from a place of inner strength rather than despair. When you face difficulties, it's not that the immortals or Buddhas lack compassion, it's because your karmic debts have not yet been repaid. The universe isn't uncaring, it's just operating on its own deep, ancient laws of balance.
So, the suffering is a necessary part of the repayment? Like a cosmic bill coming due?
In a way, yes. But here's the crucial part. You have a choice in how and when you settle that bill. Would you prefer to settle them in your next life, dragging these unresolved issues into another existence? Or resolve them now, in this lifetime? The wisdom traditions strongly suggest the latter. It's better to suffer for 10 years and clear it now than to carry it over to another life. better for 5 years than 10, better for 1 month than 5, and best of all, to resolve it in a single day.
Wow, that really emphasizes the urgency. It's not about avoiding the suffering entirely, but getting through it and learning from it as quickly as possible, to cleanse the slate.
Absolutely. It's about being proactive. The teachings emphasize that as long as you have this physical body and a spiritual path to follow, no matter how great your karmic burden, there is still a chance to clear it. This life, this moment, is a precious opportunity for resolution.
So, there's a window of opportunity. What happens if you don't seize it?
Well, that's where the warning comes in. Once the gate of life and death closes and the judgment between good and evil is made, it's said that no amount of regret will help. It will be too late. Even the sorrow of your disciples or loved ones will be in vain. It's a very stark reminder that our current life is a unique chance to do the work.
That's a truly sobering thought. It really drives home the idea that this isn't just a philosophical exercise, it's a profound call to action for how we live our lives right now.
It absolutely is, and it's not just about bad karma. Karmic conditions can be good or bad. Even the good ones, the ones you bring from past lives, they can't simply be thrown away or ignored. They are ties, connections. So it's better to consciously resolve and harmonize them all, rather than letting them continue to play out unconsciously.
Okay, so how exactly do you harmonize and complete these karmic ties? It sounds like more than just accepting your lot.
It is. It's a very active process. You must use your compassion and wisdom to do it. Compassion means genuinely understanding the interconnectedness of all beings, recognizing that any harm you may have caused or received has ripple effects. It's about cultivating forgiveness, both for others and for yourself.
And wisdom.
Wisdom is the insight to see beyond the immediate circumstances, to understand the deeper lessons these karmic situations are presenting. It's about not repeating the same patterns, making choices that lead to greater harmony rather than further discord. It's understanding the impermanence of things, the interconnectedness of everything, and the true nature of reality.
Die expresst die some, et geograph bekostieambauschens, mostly running that, bekulun for all we're etters. So compassion to heal the wounds, and wisdom to guide the path forward. It makes perfect sense. It's not just about suffering through something, it's about growing through it, isn't it?
Exactly. Every challenge, every difficulty, every seemingly unfair situation can be viewed as an opportunity for profound spiritual growth and resolution. It's a chance to purify, to learn, and to align yourself with a higher truth.
I really appreciate this perspective, Jane. It moves beyond the simple good deeds, good outcome, and really dives into the responsibility and potential we have to shape our own experiences, not just in this life, but potentially across many.
It's a powerful framework, isn't it? It invites us to live more consciously, more compassionately, and with a deeper understanding of the ripple effects of our every thought, word, and action, and to truly embrace the present moment as our greatest opportunity for transformation.
It certainly does, and it leaves me with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that even in the face of life's biggest challenges, there's always a path to resolution, always a chance to cultivate something better. Thank you, Jane, for shedding light on such a profound topic.
My pleasure, John. It's a conversation I think everyone should have. And for all our listeners out there, remember, the power to change your story, to resolve those karmic ties, lies within you. Start today, with compassion and wisdom, and see the transformation unfold. Until next time, take care.